My name is Rosalind Hayes. I teach private voice and piano lessons and guitar lessons in the Chester County area. And today I'm doing my first video for my YouTube channel, Rosalind Hayes Music, about breath control and the voice. Hopefully this goes okay because I tried to do a couple other videos and they got deleted on the YouTube website. So I'm trying it for my phone now, and so hopefully this goes through okay. So basically, there are three main parts to any instrument. There's a power source, and for your voice, that is your breath. The piano has a power source too, like your fingers are the power source in piano. We also have a vibrating mechanism, which picks up the energy sent up from the power source and turns it into vibrations. Your vocal cords are your vibrating mechanism in voice. And then finally, we have a resonating area, which I'm going to talk about another day and what that is in voice. But good breath control is really important in voice because it's going to determine whether the pitch is going flat, it's whether the tone gets a little uneven, like ha, or whether we run out of air before the phrase is done. So we want a nice even sound, with a nice gentle shimmer in it. To do that, we have to practice good breath control. So a few things that you have to know about proper breath control. One is that you need to make sure you're breathing from the right place. Most people don't breathe from the right place for voice. Most people breathe from their upper chest region, and you'll see their shoulders go up and down. And the reason that we don't want to breathe from there is because we can't control how fast the air is actually released. And we need to control how fast the air is released to determine that we can get through a phrase, right? And our pitch doesn't go flat. It also stops the vocal cords from being overwhelmed with too much air sent to them at one time. They're going to, if too much air is sent through at one time, they're actually going to be forced open, and the sound will get a little airy and strained at the end because there's no more breath left. So we want to breathe from the lower abdominal region down around your belly button. Notice that my shoulders do not move, my chest does not move, it's all happening down here. This is my power source for voice, lower abdominal region. Now, some voice teachers will say, oh, you breathe from your diaphragm, and I really don't agree with that at all. Your diaphragm doesn't have very much to do with breathing when it comes to voice whatsoever. Diaphragm is responsible for two things. It really moves out of the way to make space for your lungs to expand when you're taking a breath in. So you're not really breathing from there. It's actually hidden in your rib cage here. So it just moves out of the way. So you really don't want to think about taking a breath from there. And it's responsible for hiccups. Fun little fact. But really, you don't breathe from your diaphragm for voice either. You breathe from your lower abdominal region. So one thing that you can think of when you're trying to focus on breathing from here is thinking about that there's a balloon hanging down in the center of your belly. And that when you take a breath in, the balloon expands in all directions, and it slowly contracts and deflates as you're using the air to make a sound. It's being used the entire time in little bits, not in kind of fits and spurts like tss, 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 but slowly and steadily. So you should feel that slow contraction the entire time you're sustaining a pitch. The other thing you can do is lay on the ground on your back and imagine your belly button going up towards the ceiling and down towards your spine. So breath control, really important. It's much more important than having strong vocal cords. That's not really a thing, contrary to popular opinion. It all comes from your lungs, but we have to make sure that we're breathing from the right place. So make sure you're practicing it throughout the day because that's really going to make it habitual. And if you're interested in voice lessons, please visit rosalindhayessoprano.com. I also teach online. Thank you very much. Bye.